puppies here on Papa's Farm spend the final 2 weeks of their life before they go to your home. The first year we bred, we did keep the puppies in the living room the whole entire 8 weeks, and we found that for our standard size doodles and our golden retrievers, that keeping them in the small space that I have in my living room, granted it's fairly big, but by the time they get to the last 2 weeks, they have really outgrown it, and it was just wrong to keep them in such a small space. So my husband and sons built this beautiful puppy room, and it has been a huge blessing for the puppies in those final 2 weeks when their muscles are just really developing and they just need to get their energy out and to use those muscles. So we are able to provide them lots of different large motor activities here. This always stays in the room. This is a favorite. They learn at their own pace to just go up the steps, and yes, they do go down the slide. I have a camera in here so I can watch them from my kitchen while I'm cooking, and I love just watching them explore and play up here and jump off and just have fun with each other. But this is here all the time, but the rest of the stuff is, once again, just like we do in the room in the house, we do lots of change. So we introduce many different things, and my goal is at least 2 exposures of every item before they go home. So in these final 2 weeks, we use a Home Depot bucket with the bottom cut out, makes an excellent tunnel. I like to introduce unsteady surfaces with this wobble bowl. You can put some balls in it, and that gets them super excited, and they just love to jump in here. And the balls are usually single use. They smash them pretty good. And then I take those out and I leave the wobble bowl in here, and they really just enjoy that and just having fun with each other, and it makes them realize unsteady surfaces are totally safe. We obviously have little toys. These are different every day. We throw in new ones, take out the ones they've played with for 24 hours and put fresh ones in. Those are pretty easy to change up. We introduce crates. Crates are a great tool for when you're early training of a puppy. So we introduce lick mats inside the crates. I can set up more crates depending on the litter size, and we will feed them on lick mats in there to give them a positive association with crate training. This year we invested in a stainless steel grooming table. So once again, this provides a positive association with any grooming or vet visits. I like to, if at all possible, have our vet come here for their first vet appointment. They're in a relaxed, comfortable environment, and the vet examines them up on the table while I'm feeding them treats, so we create a positive association with the handling. With the grooming table this time, we were actually able to use blow dryers up on it, just like, for those doodles, they're going to spend their life being groomed. So we can introduce the blow dryer with treats. Once again, we can do some nail clippings up on the table so they're used to being up high, getting their paws played with. Other things we introduce in this room is I have a color changing light I'll put on for a couple of days so they can see the lights. Oh, lights are changing color and it's fine. We'll put streamers attached to a fan so that they can see streamers fluttering and learn that that's fine. I've done helium balloons, bubbles, anything we can think of and be creative with. A few times we've done a dress-up party where I have the kids get in some sort of costume, and we'll come out and we'll play with the puppies in full costume so they get used to different looks, different kinds of hats, anything different and strange. The other thing we like to do during these last 2 weeks is set up our play yard outside. We have a few of them. I think we have 4 right now. We can piece together and make a really large circle. I can set it up around my front porch so they can go up and down steps, get used to that. We like to set it up, and I'll pull the trash toter around it. I don't know if anybody has had a puppy that's scared of a trash toter, or they can be loud, or bikes, the wheels going around on a bike. So we like to take trash toters around the play yard. I'll have my kids ride their bikes around the play yard. We'll kick some balls around the play yard. Anything we can think of that we can introduce during these first 8 weeks. Especially, I like to give 2 introductions to it, usually separated by a day. So like if I introduce something on a Monday, I'll wait a day, and then on Wednesday I'll reintroduce the same thing. Usually 2 exposures is enough to, the puppy's like, whatever, just another new thing. So if you guys can think of anything that you've had a dog that's been scared of that we could introduce during this early socialization window, I'd love for you to leave a comment and give me some suggestions so that we can really set these puppies up for success, because the AKC says the first 12 weeks are your early socialization window for a puppy's life, where you really need to expose them to many different sights, sounds, textures that you can think of, so that they just learn to roll with things as an adult. We, during the last 2 weeks, also aim to give them 3 van rides. Usually that goes well. The first one, they're kind of like, whoa, we're moving. But then, by the third one, they're like, piece of cake, this is no big deal. Trying to think if there's anything else, but this is really just where they spend the last 2 weeks continuing to develop and grow. And if you've watched these 3 videos and you really like what you see about the things that we do here on Papa's Farm and how we raise our standard doodles and our golden retrievers, please go on over to our website and fill out an application so I can keep you updated on future litters. And thanks for watching.